very unfortunate. You know,
Very
and
unfortunate.
this is such a crazy week because the Cain Velasquez story just came out, and we were having that conversation, and you know, fuck, man.
That's a heavy one.
That's the heaviest. His 4-year-old daughter was allegedly molested by this guy, and you could only imagine the rage, the fucking rage that must have been going through that man's mind. I mean, I get it.
Apparently it was 100 times. I don't know how they know that, but that's what's circulating. And as you say, one time, when you hear that this potential has been going on for God knows how long,
And he's got a little daughter, man. She's 4. She's a tiny little, cute little, adorable girl, and
it's just.
And what does that do to her head to have that happen 100 times? How do you can't erase those memories? It's so sick.
Yeah, I mean, it's beyond sick. It's beyond sick. That guy deserves everything what Cain did. Well, Cain actually got his father, didn't he?
Yeah,
not the actual
unfortunately.
guy himself. Yeah, sadly.
I mean, my only wish is that he did it with his hands. My only wish is that he just ran that car off the road, pulled that guy out of the fucking car, and beat him to death. Fuck you.
And even that would have been too good for him.
Yes.
It would have been. You know.
It would have been. Yeah. I mean, that is a sickness. There's certain sicknesses that people have, that human beings have, sicknesses of the mind. But that one, the molesting, like a fucking baby. That's a 4-year-old's like a baby. Molesting children is the sickest of all of those sicknesses.
And he's never going to get better.
No, I just don't think they do, man.
No. A reformed pedophile? Is there such a thing?
I don't know.
Believe so.
They say the recidivism rate is way high. It's really high. What is Google that. What's the recidivism rate for child molesters?
What does that mean, Joe?
Oh, sorry. Repeat
Using
offender.
these big words on me.
I use them wrong all the time. Don't worry about it.
What is it?
Recidivism.
Recidivism.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I've never heard that.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a bad vocabulary, but that's pretty good. I like that.
It just means you go back to your old ways. You go back to offending. Yeah, I think it's just a legal term that they use for
recidivism
for criminals. Yeah.
It's got to be
very high.
It's got to be.
I think it's very high. I think it's like in the 90% or something like that. Anything? Not the right answer. It's but again, it's
but how would you know that rate anyway? Because it's not exactly like,
because they catch them. Well, they catch them again.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right. Sometimes
you
they
know
don't
what I'm
catch
saying.
Them. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they're not exactly forward with that information.
It's just a sickness that's been going on for since the beginning of time. What do you got? You got something here?
I found a couple of different things. This might be the best answer there on top of that. Oh, it's to say sex offenders, though, so...
Sex offenders could be rape. It could be anything. I know a guy who got charged with a sex offense crime because he was taking a leak outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was taking a piss outside and the cops pulled him over. And
indecent exposure?
Yeah, exactly. And so he had to be registered as a sex offender.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God. I mean, who hasn't had a piss outside?
And it was like in Indiana or some shit like that, and the cops were just cunts.
I remember when I first moved here, I was on we went to a nightclub back in the days when I would go to a nightclub, and I got out of the car and I was dying for a piss. You know when you've had a few drinks. And I'm in a car park. So I just take a little leak against the wall and my buddy's like, Mike, what are you doing? You can't do that here. You're not in Manchester. I'm like, well, we don't piss everywhere in Manchester either. Do you know, what do you think we are? Fucking dogs? Do you know what I mean? But I need a piss and I've had a few beers. Shut up.
It reminds me of a nightmare I had recently. I had a nightmare recently that I had a pee so bad that I pissed in a restaurant on the floor and I was hoping nobody noticed. It's the craziest dream. Like, I'm just remembering it now. And that I feel like I got caught in the dream and I had to like pinch it off real quick. But I was like trying to piss on the floor in a restaurant somewhere.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, decipher that.
Yeah, well, decipher this one. I have a lot of night terrors, which is like extreme dreams, I'm assuming. And I just wake up in the night screaming and doing crazy stuff. A couple of years ago, last time my wife's brother and his entire family came. They were all staying at my house. It's Christmas morning. And I had one of my episodes. I don't know why. I jumped out of bed. Christmas morning, like 5:30 a.m. And I always sleep naked. So I'm completely naked. I jump out of bed. And my wife, because I was still asleep, so I didn't know I did it. I ran out the bedroom, ran down the stairs, right? Obviously thought someone was trying to kill me in my dream. Fell down the stairs, got up, ran out the house, came to on the next door neighbour's wall, completely naked.
Oh my God.
I'd cut all my feet and everything up because I was climbing over the walls naked.
Oh my God.
My wife's brother's family were like, this guy's a fucking maniac. What